Yo, what's poppin'? It's Thompson. I'm going to talk about how each NA team can make it out of play-ins. Full Hopium right now. This is not the complete preview. This is just, you know what, you want Hopium for your team. Here it is, hot and ready. So starting with the Boston Uprising, you know what? They shifted, the meta shifted away from when they're double flex for a little bit. They adapted. They're looking great. You play more Punk Zarya. You bring in Seeker more. Boom. The Sojourn goes crazy. And you know what? They have the best record going in. They are 4-2. No one else is like that. The next best is 3-2, 3-3, 3-3, 2-4. Like child's play. Boston's has a winning record. And sure, you know what? Paris and New York, whatever. Who cares? You give a map to Paris. You give a map to New York. That's just for fun. Let them have a little bit of fun before their season ends. You know, who cares? Doesn't matter. Uh, you have Crimzo in the back, the double Canadian talent you're going on with now. It looks great. It looks fantastic. You know what? What's not to like about Boston? Punk deserves it. Seeker deserves it. This whole team deserves it. They're playing like they do. They're playing like they know they do. They've beat Florida. Yeah, you lose to Washington, but you weren't fully understanding what was going on at that week. It wasn't completely sure what's going on week 3 there. Things happen. It's whatever. Who cares? You've moved on from that. You've adapted. You've fixed your issues. Boston looking great. They're looking to punch through and be one of the 2 teams to make it out of here. Then you have the Washington Justice. You have Decay. You literally have Decay. Do I need to explain anything else? He can just win the games if he decides to. He can dead ass just say, you know what, I'm going to kill the entire enemy team multiple times. Especially with this caliber of teams, you know they're all that aggressive kind of playstyle you can bring. These teams aren't the kind of teams that know how to absorb it that well sometimes. You see, Florida, they often try to match it. It doesn't work out. It might not work out. Who knows there? But like the most talented player on in this entire screen, let me move over here so you can see that side too. Boom. The most talented player on the screen is Decay. He can bring it. He shows up at the beginning of tournaments. He's always good for 1. Sometimes he's good for 2. Maybe he'll be good for 2. That's what I'm thinking. Before I continue to Toronto, let me know down below your reasoning that each team can make it out. Because this one is Toronto Defiant. So, Toronto Defiant. They've been suffering from some COVID, They've been struggling a little bit. They've been storing their energy. They're ready to go now. They were just taking it a bit easy because, who needs to beat Florida today? It doesn't matter if they beat Florida in that last week. They just have to beat them next week, and they were suffering from COVID. Only Hoppa was ready, and Hoppa was looking great. So Hoppa's going to be even more tippy top up there. The most talented roster overall, it should be the Toronto Defiant. They've just did well in the Summer Showdown. You can beat Washington there. You can beat Florida there. Boston didn't even make it. What's wrong with Toronto? They're just taking it a little easy. Who cares about the rest of the stage? You have Hoppa, who's looking great. You have Hisu, who's always good. Twilight Churong, one of the most insane backlines here. Probably the best backline here, you would think. Why can't the Toronto Defiant just take it easy like a lot of the other top teams? Just look at who they've beat. Houston, Shock, pretty good guys to beat. Not bad at all. And now that they're all healthy, they're all ready to go. They've been training up in the mountaintops, maybe. They can make it out of here quite well, I think. And then the Florida Mayhem. So Florida may be the favorites for a lot of people. They look pretty good, but we have to remember they beat Vancouver, Toronto, and Houston. And Houston were kind of trolling. And Toronto were sick. And then it's Vancouver. So who did they really beat? No one. If you look at it like that. I'm trying to hype them up. Why did I say that? Oh, because they don't need to beat anyone. They're just that good. Look at that performance in Glasgow and Boston. Sure, it wasn't there, but they bounced back. Someone has improved so much on the Zarya. They're a team that always peaks late. And that's exactly what you need to do in this situation. Who cares about if you're good at the beginning? Does anyone care about that win that Boston had over them in week 1? No. It doesn't matter. Who cares? It's week 1. Florida didn't know what was going on. They know what's going on now. Gumbo's been cooking in the back rooms. He's been tinkering on the Florida Mayhem brain cells, getting Onimo back in, playing some maps, getting Surmajed to keep going. He's been plugging in some microchips into their brains and getting them to play good. And you know what? It's working. Hydron looks like the best Sojourn maybe ever? Question mark? He's killing 5 every fight. Someone on the Zarya, I've already said he's improved. He's just improved. He's going to keep improving. There's no limit. Right now, he's here. He can go up here. Just give him one day. He can go. And there's no limit. All I'm saying, Florida Mayhem can be scary. Who cares? Their win record Doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter at all, actually. They're close against Atlanta. Who cares? I'm going with all these teams can make it. So yeah, like this video, subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content. I will have the actual previews out later, and we'll have a Roll Star video tomorrow, I think. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Let me know your why all these teams can make it, and deuces.